suspects were too good here. So I went on over to the factories and started killing there. I never did find a shotgun, and it got a little messy over here, but regardless of that, I made it out okay. Then I found a shotgun and killed everyone that came near me. But ironically, I was killed by a player who wasn't near me at all. As you can tell in game 14, I was gunless and scared, running away from Dusty Depot. Though somehow still gunless, I found a mech. I went over to Neo Tilted, which was still a thing at this point. That was dumb. Someone hijacked me, and I exploded, but then he got trapped in. So, happiness. Time for a little more robot fun in game 15. I was in the loop with this random player.
My aim needs investigating. My aim needs a lawyer. My aim needs emotional help. Maybe this guy thought he'd cancel my big part. He was low. I'll take a cheeky pistol.
Giant death robot on top of a mountain, and that's probably the best scenario you could ever be in any game of Fortnite ever. So I won with 10 kills. I started off game 20 without a shotgun, but this player bought John Wick with debugs, so it was an easy kill. I almost immediately left Dusty Depot for this Mantis. It's a Halo reference, 4-year-olds. I employed the incredibly honorable strategy of hiding within the Lazy Lagoon pirate ship all game. And now, just like last game, it's a 1v1 in the final circle, and I'm a robot. My robot was destroyed, but I had perfect position, 3,000 mans, and some decent guns. So I still won this game pretty easily. Now the big question is, can I get back-to-back wins dropping Dusty Depot? Unfortunately, I wasn't skilled enough to grab the only thing in this game you need to win, and I died. Game 22 is in Team Rumble. The circle was going to be right over Dusty Depot, like it is every game. You might also notice some differences with this Dusty Depot. It changed throughout the entire season. Needless to say, Dusty Depot got pretty crazy, and I left no survivors. And even though I've played this circle about 72 billion times, it was still a ton of fun. Alright, now it's time for some squads, so I don't die alone. We dropped Dusty Depot. That's what we've been doing the whole video. Vader and I got the mech, and Torres was on foot. This plane can't possibly fail. Another squad with another mech showed up, and it got pretty ugly really fast. And in the open fields of Dusty did it. I fought bravely, and also died bravely. Game 24, I started at the bottom and pretty much stayed there. But things were looking up as we got rebooted. There wasn't much time to think. Right after coming back, I hopped in the mech. I can't even describe with words language what happened, but it got okay. Dropped in game 25 and killed a guy whose mom has a nice phone. We survived the Dusty fine, but now it's time to cross no man's land. Yeah, we got attacked pretty much immediately and died pretty much immediately. Game 26, a default killed us, so we're gonna skip it for our public images. And we all had mechs. They had a great 0% down, 3,200 month lease. It was awesome. Somehow, it all just came crashing down so fast. Game 28, I was minigunning in no man's land, trying to save my life, but was killed by a 69. Game 29, I made it out the hood, into a totally more dangerous hood. I fought well, but got caught reloading. Game 30, I was able to get all the way to Mega Mall without a shotgun. And you know, you definitely don't want to not have no shotgun. By game 31, I've killed so many unarmed men at this point, I don't always go for them right away. I can distract you, like I did this clown. I died later.
Oh, he is low.
Game 32, and even found a nice innocent little default that hadn't been killed yet. It seemed like this lobby was full of defaults, so this one had a minigun.
That's not what I'm meant to do.
But not that dangerous. But in the end, I was sprayed by a skeleton. I'm pretty sure game 33 is already over, and I might as well not show game 34. No.
Oh, that's how you phase. That is how you phase. Phasing 101. Phasing 10 flipping 1, bro.
I'll die too. Game 36, I got a little carried away shooting unarmed defaults and got shot myself. This is game 37. It was bad. However, game 38 was immeasurably worse. Game 39, this guy didn't really have to die. I was just taking out my aggression. But then soon after, I was someone else's stress ball. Game 40, I was going to go for a mech right near Dusty.
Is that two people or is that a person in AI? I can't tell.
But I was able to get into the arms. I noticed my driver was going way off course, so I hit the self-destruct button. And this was going to end in a pickaxe.
Oh, it is two people. Maybe not.
but he didn't quit out. So I got a kill. In game 41, I got one early kill using my sneaky panda tricks. Like most pandas, I got...
Bro, build fights so slow.
Much hope for me. Game 42 started with a nice clean poke, but then when I went to loot, I was surprised that kills. Game 43 was fine. Lots of guys, but not a lot of weapons. Even though I orphaned about 17 children, I got clapped immediately because I didn't have a shotgun. But even in game 44, right as I picked up this shotgun, I got lasered.
Oh.
Away my juice box and messing with my inventory in game 45 when I got sniped. Hey, game 46, I finally have a shotgun. Problem developed next to default also has a shotgun. I tried to kill him, but he was better than me. Game 47, Dusty Diggs was horrible again, but at least I had a good shotgun. I left it all behind me and never looked back. I may have got just the tiniest little bit of help from this giant overpowered death robot. I didn't have the whole game. I had to play the last little bit on foot. And now I'm gliding into a 1 vs 1 in the final circle with quite a bit of damage. As that circle became smaller, I retook the high ground, but got stuck in this tree. As I tried to knock it down, the other player tried to take me down. But with my quick shotgun, I got the win. It's been 27 games without a win. This one felt good. The audio's a bit messed up for game 48, but it's fine because I didn't even find a gun. And game 49 is just footage of me looking at the shop that day. Use code with the notable. I know you don't.
The audio's still messed up in game 50, but I also didn't do that well.
And in game 51, I did a little bit worse, but nowhere near as bad as game 52. And since the sound is still messed up in game 53, I guess we can just watch me silently explode. And in game 54, I was trying to sneak up to this mech, so the no sound problem wasn't really an issue until I got shot. Hey, look, we have sound in game 55. Awesome. Too bad the game plays terrible. It's one looking too great in game 56 either, but I did see a llama in the distance, so there's that. I had hope, but still died almost immediately. Game 57, I played terribly. And while going for the only thing I can get away with this season, I died. But luckily in game 58, I was able to find another easy win machine. These things were nerfed and eventually taken away in Season X, but here it's still pretty overpowered. I can still farm materials. I can't go with the mech forever though. Sometimes I have to use my own skill and that doesn't always work out. But at least I'm starting game 59 with a shotgun. Yep, a shotgun and 2 innocent souls that I see every time I shut my eyes. Making my way down the loop lane. You know where the mech now? Yeah, at least I know how to deal with these things by this point. I feel kind of bad for this one. There was no way he was expecting to. I can't go from here. He also expects me to miniguns, and that's why I did a lot of killing.
Oh my days, I just been bombed. That's been bombed. Well and truly bombed.
What do you do if they accidentally cut your bangs off? His bangs were actually all the way down to his eyebrows, but they went ahead and lined them up. So now we have to figure out a cut that's going to suit him best while he grows out. Alright, so we're actually going to be doing a mid-skin fade on him. The reason why we're going with the skin fade is because he's got so much weight in this area. I really want to be able to fade this up and make it smooth transition from the sides into the top. So I have my bottom guideline. Now I'm going to debulk the rest of the hair with the 1.5 part, just going straight off the head. Now I have point A and point B. So I know that I only have this much room to create a fade. So now going with my lever all the way open, I created my first section that I'm going to be fading out. So now switching to my bab list, I'm going to begin with the lever open within this section, and I'm going to work my way down. So as I'm working my way down, I'm closing the lever 1 notch at a time until I get all the way closed at the very bottom of the line. And each time I close the lever, I'm not going to be going up as high within the section anymore. And fading down within this section is really helping me soften up the bottom line and be able to create some gradiency within this section. Now that I have the lever all the way closed, I'm right at the bottom line, and that pretty much eliminated.
Oh, I was watching this guy. YouTube on it, put YouTube on.
Still farm materials. I can't go with the neck forever though. Sometimes I have to use my own skill and that doesn't always work out. But at least I'm starting game 59 with a shotgun. Yep, a shotgun and 2 innocent souls that I see every time I shut my eyes. Making my way down the like, there's a neck now. At least I know how to deal with these things by this point. I feel kind of bad for this one. There was no way he was expecting someone to hijack it from here. He also probably didn't expect me to mini-gun it, but that's why I did a lot of...
Bro, that always happens to me. I just killed each other. This stream is Dookie Water.